Okay, well, we're very pleased to meet everybody that's logged on today, and we hope that what Chol is going to tell us about his experience will help you all. So, we are in Australia. Um, my name's Philip Worsnop, and my wife's Miriam, and we have probably been involved with the African community here. A lot of them have come in as refugees and then got citizenship in Australia. And one of those people that we have known um, Charles' parents for many years, 8 or so years. So anyway, I'll let Charles fill in a little bit about his background.
So, my name is John Cholgwit, and I came to Australia with my parents many years ago when I was the age of five. When I was the age of 5, and it was me, my mother, my father, and my younger brother. We came to Tasmania, and we stayed with our cousins in Tasmania for 2 years, and we were always around a lot of church groups and things like that, and they were always they had so much respect, and they were always so nice and everything. So I was very interested in why they were random, and I was random to them. They were random to me, and they were nice for no reason. Like, I didn't do anything to them that made them nice to me. My parents didn't do anything to them that made them nice to me. So then I was just wondering, that's a bit funny. Maybe people like this. People are like this around this part of the world. And yeah, we came from Tasmania to Brisbane, and we stayed in we stayed in Cooper's Plains. And I went to Cooper's Plains for a number of years. And when I went into year 4, we moved to Collingwood Park here. And that was when my family, my mother, met Miriam and Philip here. And a little while after that, I got involved with Miriam and Philip more. There was more Bible studies, and my mother was so interested in the Bible and stuff. And I was kind of around that and all that. And Phil was always doing stuff, and Miriam and Philip were always teaching my mother and my father about the Bible. And that was about it. So I became really interested in religion. I guess that's what it was, because I wasn't really educated, I wasn't really educated in God and Jesus and the Bible when I was that young, but I just had the feeling there was such thing as Jesus Christ and God. I just had to feel, because I was always around Sunday groups and church and stuff. And from from what age was I? From year 4, I started to pray every night, because my mother told me, if you pray, God will answer your questions. So then I was like, oh, really? So then I just decided to, I guess it was an experiment or something. I was like, oh, let me see if whatever my mother is saying is true. So then I just started praying every single night. And over time, a lot of the things that I prayed for came to be. I was like, whoa, that's scary. I asked for this before I sleep in prayer, and I get it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And I was like, I even whisper, like, I don't even say it out loud. I wasn't praying out loud. I was praying in my head. And it really surprised me. So then I just kept doing it from year 4 up until this day. I just pray every night before I sleep. And hundreds of things that I've prayed for have come to be because I asked God and Jesus for them. And I thank God and Jesus for everything that I have as well. Everything I've had for the day, through the day, all the food that I've had. Because I realized that I was in a blessed position because in 2014 I went back to South Sudan and I saw a lot of my family members and I realized how tough life is back in South Sudan compared to here. I always ask myself, what if you lived there? Like how would your life turn out if you stayed in South Sudan? And I was just like, whoa, it would have been way different to what it is now. Way different. So I realized how blessed I was and how much God and Jesus have helped me
Okay.
and all that.
Okay. Oh.
Jesus Christ. Because for many years I've done the sign of the cross. When I'm in trouble, when I think I'm about to get in trouble, when I am in trouble, I'll do the sign of the cross and I say, Jesus, help me. And then I'll just be quiet and this and that. And I don't get in trouble. I'm like, oh, he helped. I'm happy. I'm happy that he helped. And I've been doing that for so long. And the question of is Jesus Christ the Son of God has never come to my brain because I've done it thousands of times. The sign of the cross. It was like, it was repetitive to me. I just did the sign of the cross about if I feel like I'm about to get in trouble or if I feel like something bad is about to happen. I just do the sign of the cross. So that is why I believe in, that is one of the reasons I believe in Jesus Christ as the Son of God. And I've been educated on Jesus Christ more,
Okay.
the life he has lived.
Stop.
Okay. Charles' focus was only on one thing up to about 2 years ago, and then suddenly that was all taken away from him. And through no fault of his own, John was involved in a car accident, and so this has been quite a turning point in Charles' life. So I asked Charles to explain to us about what happened, your goals.
So 2019, June the 29th, 2019, there was a car accident that was involved, which involved me and a friend. And before the car accident happened, I had a scholarship to a college in America to go study and play basketball without paying any fees or anything. And I was blessed enough to get that because a lot of people have tried to get that multiple times. And I was blessed enough to get that, but then the car accident came and I was going to depart on the 20th of July 2019, but the accident happened on the 28th of June 2019, and I had a brain injury and all that, and I had my head hit, so I had to get surgery and this and that. and I was in an induced coma for 3 weeks. So then I had to stay in the hospital for multiple months. I think it was 4 months or 4.5 months. So then I could not depart on the 20th of July 2019. And that was a loss that I had in my life then. But fortunately, I had Miriam and Philip here to educate me through the Bible, like educate me through God and Jesus and stuff. And that was because one of my relatives came to my house and I was at home, and we went through a few things, and she was asking questions about, what do you know about baptism and this and that. And me and her started talking about baptism and how my community doesn't baptize people the right way. And I was just like, well, that is a bit funny. I wasn't baptized the right way. And then I asked Miriam and Philip here about me not being baptized the right way. And then they asked me, would you like to be baptized the right way? And I said, yeah. So then they taught me the gospel. We went through a few things in the Bible. And I learned so many things in the Bible. And I was so surprised. I thought I knew things. At one point, I thought if you die, you get judged by God and Jesus, and you either make it to heaven or to hell. That was wrong. That was just wrong. I was just something that, I don't know how I learned it, but many people think the same thing as I thought. But I read the Bible and it taught me what happens. There's a kingdom of God. There's no such thing as hell and all that. Like, so I was through the loss that I had a win. I lost my scholarship. I lost this. I lost that. But I gained knowing a lot of things through the Bible, through Miriam and Philip. Like, they taught me so many things. And if the accident didn't happen, I still would have been not as educated as I was when Miriam and Philip started teaching me. I still would have been in the same boat, but now I'm in a bigger boat with Miriam and Philip. So I'm happy from the loss I had a massive win. So I gained a lot of things from what I lost. Yeah.
I'd just like to ask Joel, what parts of the life of Jesus Christ have really impressed him as he's grown in this knowledge? Is that Joel?
Yes. So reading about Jesus Christ, I was so surprised on how he had the possibility of being nice, being respectful towards everyone, even though he was mistreated for the way he was mistreated towards people for I don't even understand why.
For no real reason.
For no real reason. People just hated him, or people treated him different because he said that he was the Son of God. Random people mistreated him because he said that. And what really surprised me was the way he handled it. I know for a given fact, if people treated me like that, I wouldn't have ended up the way he did. I would have been, and I would have been rude to everyone, like, why you looking at me and this and that. But he wasn't like that. He was a bit different. He he was a bit, I don't even know how to explain. He was a bit different. He was way different, not even a bit different. The way he handled it was way better than more than half of the people in this world would have handled it. If it was me, I would have been so rude towards everyone and been not. I would have shown so much anger towards everyone because he was treated bad by everyone, by a lot of people, and the way he believed in God, and when he prayed to God before his crucifixion, he said, God, is there another way? But I want your way. That surprised me. He had so much respect for God, and he had so much belief in God that he said, I'm still gonna die for the people, for these people, and I'm still gonna do as you say, even though I'm gonna be killed. So that is, I look at Jesus. Jesus is an example to me. I look at him and I'm like, that is how I am meant to live my life. Like Jesus Christ, that is how I am meant to live my life. I get hate. If I get hate by other people, I live it like how Jesus did. I am courteous towards people. I show respect towards people, and through that I will get a blessing through God. So that is why I see Jesus as an example of how I am meant to live my life. Jesus is Jesus is an example to everyone. So then they see how they lived, and they see how Jesus lived, and they could use Jesus' life as how they could handle all their problems in life. So that is about it.
Okay, here we're at.
Okay, John said, or Joel said before, that he was impressed by the life of Lord Jesus Christ. And Joel was baptized about 3 months ago. And during that time, John's example has actually led us to have another brother in Christ. And so I just asked John about how he went about passing on the message to other people.
So from me and Miriam and Philip have had a lot of nights of Bible study, and I learned a lot of things that surprised me. So then I decided to write down in my phone the parts of the Bible where it said certain things, and then I would send them to my friends, like through basketball, my friends around my house and stuff. And I just asked them. I decided to do what Phil does. I just asked them questions like, when you die, what do you think's gonna happen? And they would answer and stuff and this and that. And they thought exactly what I used to think, and I just read them the part in the Bible where where it educated me on what happens when we pass away. We sleep. So that was about it. So I was sending all these things to my friends and stuff, and a few of them were like, well, a few of them were surprised, and a few of them wanted to be educated and there's more and stuff, and like two of them told me, oh, like how do you get this, and when does this happen? And one of them was Derek, a friend named Derek, and he came here. He's been here a few times to be educated in the Bible and stuff and things like that. And I think that I have been blessed enough to give a few of my friends an example of how we should how we should use the Bible. Like the way I use the Bible, my life is different now because I've read the Bible, and I hope a few of my friends' lives now are gonna be different. Their actions are gonna be different because they've read the Bible as well. And that was about it. That was about all that happened.
And as a result of what Chol went through, losing his scholarship and things like that, one of his friends was really impressed. He mentioned Derek, and Derek wanted to be baptized on his birthday, and so we had about for the week leading up to his birthday, we had Bible study here every night, going through a Bible course from America, and so we were able to. He went through that fine, and then he was baptized about a month ago. So that was really great. But what caused him to be interested was actually because he saw in John somebody who was living the right way, even through disappointments. And so, Joel, finally, want to ask you, what advice would you have to some young person who may be wondering whether to get baptized or not?
To get baptized, like, I think all of us should be baptized. All of my friends, I reckon all my friends and everyone around my friends should be baptized, because being baptized, you learn so many things, more things than I have ever learned throughout my life. And I think education, being educated, is an important thing in life, and it helps you in life. I was educated within the Bible and this and that, and it made my life easier. It gave me a road to follow throughout my life. Before I was educated in the Bible, I didn't have a road that I was following throughout my life. I was just going throughout the neighborhood. I was just driving throughout the neighborhood, doing and saying whatever that came to my brain. But now I have changed the way I live because of the Bible, and the way and the things I do because of the Bible and all that. So I reckon everyone that wants to be baptized should be baptized, and everyone should learn about Jesus Christ and how he lived his life, because the way Jesus Christ lived his life and the way Jesus Christ handled what was thrown at him throughout his life should be how we live and handle our lives, because Jesus Christ is a great example for us to follow. And I believe that belief is a very important thing in life, because if you pray to God, if you pray but you don't believe that it's possible, I'm not sure if it's ever going to come to be. But if you pray and you believe that God has a possibility of doing this, it is going to come to you like mail that you get in the mailbox is going to come to you. because faith is the key to getting blessings. Because if you ask God for something but you don't believe that God's going to do it, I'm not sure if he's going to do it. I don't think he's going to do it. But if you believe God is going to do it and you ask God for certain things, you will get them. So have faith in God and Jesus Christ.